there everybody, how are we doing today? Welcome back to my channel, Boomy Reactions. I am Boomy and thank you for watching my lovelies. Now today we have a rather interesting video. So this is a foodie video and it's about peanuts. Now I have a rather embarrassing admission. So for a long time, until relatively recently actually, for a long time, I actually thought peanuts grow on trees. They don't grow on trees. How many of you out there, I don't think this, because the US is a very, very well-known supplier of peanuts all over the rest of the world. So maybe you guys are a little bit more aware that peanuts don't grow on trees. But for anyone else, am I on my own? I don't know why. I just assumed they were like a tree nut. Never questioned it. I know. Very, very daft. But they don't grow on trees. Peanuts do not grow on trees. They grow on kind of like little bushes, I suppose. And they're actually produced underground, aren't they? Yeah, for a long time, I just assumed they grew on trees. So let's get that out the way just before we move on. Yes, silly Boomy. So this video comes as a request from the lovely Rebecca from my Patreon. Thank you so much, my lovely. I know you requested this video a while ago. I am sorry, I've got around to doing it. So, right, okay. We've got boiled green peanuts, the South's greatest delicacy. So, they're generally produced in the southern states, aren't they? Or is there one or two other states that produce them? Let me know, guys. But as far as I'm aware, they're generally produced southern states. Georgia, Florida, kind of around that kind of area, kind of like southeastern type thing. Now, I know I've never had boiled peanuts, never mind boiled green peanuts, so I'm not really sure what to expect from these. The only peanuts that I have ever eaten have been in the form of a candy bar. Or they've been dry roasted, covered in seasoning and whatever. Very tasty, very yummy. But yeah, I've never actually questioned where they've come from. Very, very silly. So this will be quite an interesting video. Let's crack on with it. I've already done enough talking. So guys, if you're enjoying these reactions, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, my lovelies. If you're interested, I have a Buy Me a Coffee account. The link is over here. And should you wish to support this channel any further, I have a Patreon account and the link is in the description below should you be interested in checking that out, and I thank you in advance.
They asked me, Lou, why do you boil and why you add salt? How do you cook the peanuts that you bought? Stop and think it over. Put yourself in my unique position. If I get full and eat them all night long, it's just a family tradition.
I love him already. Oh, I love that little song. Boiled green peanuts. Here we go.
Hey, welcome to Big Lou Barbecue, Nothings I Want to Do, and it is 20 minutes to 10 a.m. on July 28th, 2025, and I am about to rekindle a family tradition. I'm going to be boiling up a sack of peanuts. Now,
I love that it said the date and it said 2025 AD, just in case there's no confusion. We don't want to assume that maybe this is 2025 BC.
Yes, I did a video 7 years ago, boiling up a whole sack of peanuts, and lots changed since then. Now, I only did that for about 2 more years. Now, in that video, I've got a long intro. I don't want to keep a long intro in this one, but basically, when I moved to West Louisiana in 2005, people west of the Mississippi River do not eat boiled peanuts. They do in the Florida parishes part of Louisiana, that's north of the Isle of Orleans, Lake Pontchartrain, Lake Maurepas, and west of Baton Rouge. And over in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, we call it country caviar. These things are delicious. Love boiled peanuts. Eaten them all my life. In fact, I can remember eating my first roasted peanut when I was around 5 and thinking it was weird because it was crunchy, you know? Peanuts are supposed to be soft. When you boil them, they're like the pea. When you roast them, they're like the nut.
Oh, I think I've just had my mind partially blown. The only peanut I have ever tried, ever been accustomed to eating, has been, like he said here, it's roasted, so they're crunchy. That's all I've ever known from a peanut. So boiled green peanuts, more similar in texture to a bean or a pea. Well, that makes sense. Though I think aren't they more like closely related to beans and peas, considering where they're grown or how they're grown? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Not a tree nut. Okay.
That's why they call them peanuts.
Peanut,
Anyway, boiled
Okay.
peanuts, my favorite snack. Now, you can boil the raw ones, and I often do. You can get those year round.
Okay.
But they're best when you get the green ones. The green ones are picked just before they're fully ripe. They're still kind of got some texture to them, you know. And when you boil green peanuts, and peanut season is late July through September. Sometimes you can get them on a warm year into about mid-October, but usually between now and Labor Day, that's the best time to cook peanuts. Anyway, I've got a sack of them. Now, I used to boil them all the time when my kids were little. When we moved over here in 2005, my kids, they would just remember Daddy going over to Baton Rouge. Had to go east of the Mississippi to get them because I can't get the sack peanuts over here. I'd come back with 1 or 2 sacks. I'd boil them up, and I like to give them to friends. One of the friends I used to give them to, he's passed on. My wife used to give them to a friend of hers. She passed on this past year, and my late wife, she died. And you know what? Since she died in 5 years ago, I have not done this family tradition. So anyway, when that happened, my son was almost 14, my daughter was almost 18. Now they are almost 19 and almost 23.
That's an awful age to lose a mum. Oh gosh, my heart goes out to him. So he did mention he's moved out. Where is he? Where is he now? Okay, so there's absolutely, I'd say no hope in hell, but you know, maybe there is a way of growing peanuts in the UK. You would just need to keep them very, very toasty, very nice and warm and frost free, which unless you've got a greenhouse where you're keeping them incubated, that's impossible in the UK. We get a lot of frost for like, what, 4 months of the year? Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be growing these in a greenhouse, I don't think. We'll leave it to the southern states, I think.
And they are ecstatic that Dad has brought home a big old sack, 32-pound sack of green peanuts.
Woo!
Got my 2 boxes of salt. All right, one more thing. I know it's a long intro. I'm not doing spicy peanuts, flavored peanuts. You want to make them taste like dill. You want to make them taste like crawfish. You want to make them taste like Old Bay or whatever kind of spice you want to. That's on you. Just like regular roasted peanuts.
He likes the OG
You can get
peanuts.
hot and spicy and all sorts of flavors, but just plain salted peanuts are good. I like the peanut flavor, and I like them with salt, so this is plain salted peanuts. This is the way I grew up with them. My grandfather used to do them in my grandmother's old pressure pot. My dad used to do them in my mom's old pressure pot, and, they just do a few pounds at a time, because that part of the state, you can just go to the grocery store and buy maybe 5 pounds of peanuts. I can't do that over here, because they're not going to have fresh green peanuts, so I got to get a whole sack, put them in what's over here called a crawfish pot, but where I grew up, these called peanut pots. And so let's get it done. 3 minutes of an intro. Didn't mean to go that long. Let's get it done. First thing we're going to do is wash them. All right, well, I bought these at Fresh Pickings in Baton Rouge. They come from Brookhaven, Mississippi, and they're pretty clean. If you buy them off of a back of a truck from a farmer, they may be pretty filthy, but either way you want to wash them. Probably going to take 2 rinsing for these. If you buy them fresh off the farm and they're really dirty, it may take as many as 4 rinsings, okay? First thing we do, and the ground's already wet because I washed off this basket, is you pour a layer in there like that, and then you take your hose and you just kind of rinse this layer off. Just kind of rinse this layer off once. Let them drain.
As these are here, you would find these in the UK sometimes marketed as monkey nuts in the shell. I don't know why they're referred to as that, and they're not all the time referred to as monkey nuts. Sometimes they're peanuts in the shell, sometimes they're referred to as monkey nuts. I don't know why. Just an interesting statement there. Okay.
And then kind of do it again till you get the whole bag done. So put some more in there, rinse this off. This is the first step, all right? And so we're gonna do the same thing. Just kind of rinse this all off here until the basket's full and the bag's empty. All right, now the water in this pot is not my cooking water, it's my cleaning water. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this whole basket of peanuts and I'm gonna soak them down in there like that. I may have too much water, it may pop out the top. That's okay. Now, get down in here with your hands, mix them all around, and get them stirred up. I won't be using this much water to cook them. This is water for rinsing. And then I turn the basket around like this and get them spinning. and get them all mixed up. And I'm gonna do this for a few minutes until I think it's ready to dump the water out. So just kind of get in there. You can see the water's already kind of getting cloudy. So we're just gonna get these peanuts done and then rinse them again. All right, so I've gone through,
Actually.
I've mixed these peanuts up, got them in the water, and I'm gonna pull them out. This is just cold water, it's not hot yet. Set them over here and let them drain. And you see how kind of muddy that water is? All right, so I'm gonna dump this water out. I'm gonna fill it back up, probably not quite so much. I don't need quite that much water in there. And I'm gonna rinse them again. It's going to have a little green tint to it, but it shouldn't have that dirty, cloudy look to it, because they are green peanuts. It kind of gives them a little green tint to the water, but it should not be real dirty and cloudy. So anyway, I'm gonna dump this water out, do that same process again. And if I have to do 3 rinsings, I'll tell you I have to do 3 rinsings. All right, dump that old muddy water out. Muddy water used to be my CB handle. All right, y'all didn't know that, did you? Put these in there, get these mixed up. I might need a little bit more water. I'm gonna do the same process and get them mixed up.
This might be a really daft question if it's not, but guys, what he's using here to rinse off the peanuts, is this the same thing as the turkey fryer? Because you've got the perforated basket here and this big like metal drum. Is it the same thing? Rebecca, I know you said this is one of your favorite things to do on your grill. Is it the same thing as the one that you sent me? No, it's probably really daft if it isn't. You know, yeah, okay. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments. Now, one question I do have. So the flavour of peanut that I'm accustomed to, that's made with dry roasted peanuts, right? Or just roasted peanuts, you know, made into a peanut butter or just anyway. Now, if you boil them, I know he said it changes the texture of the peanut. Does it do anything to the flavour? Does it? Have we still got that lovely peanut flavour going on? It's just a texture change, or?
You're gonna turn it like that, get them going through the water, and dump this water out. Like I said, I usually do at least twice with these cleaner peanuts. If they're dirty, like just off the back of the farmer's truck or something, 3 or 4 times. But until I think they're clean enough to cook, I don't stop doing this process. So you blink and I'll be done with this second step. I'm gonna spend a few minutes washing them, but you blink and I'll be done. Well, there's the peanuts after the second washing. There's the water. Guess what? I'm gonna do a 3rd time. All right, so I just finished the 3rd rinsing, you know, just doing what I did earlier.
That's what we're looking
and
for,
spinning it around and stuff. Let's see what the water looks like. It will have that green tint, but I don't want all that cloudy, dirty stuff floating in it. And
I see.
That's just some peanut shells that fell out.
It is green.
That's a whole lot better. Probably still looks dirty on camera, but I can tell it's not as cloudy and muddy as the first 2 batches. I'm gonna go ahead and cook them from here. I don't think a 4th rinsing is gonna make the water look any better than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and just fill the thing up and we're gonna start cooking. All right, got clean water that I'm gonna cook in. Now the way I do this next step is probably more superstition than necessary. And like I said, I only use salt when I cook these big bags. Sometimes I'll season peanuts, but basically I like the flavor of peanuts. And so I just like them with salt. I really do. That's my favorite way to cook them. And I love spicy food. But if you're cooking crawfish or shrimp or something, that's gonna taste pretty nasty if you don't season them. But peanuts, they'll taste pretty good with just salt. So I use 2 boxes of salt. And so the tradition is, what I do is I put 1 box in the cooking water. Get rid of that. Stir it around. Get it kind of mixed up. This water is not hot yet. I could have turned the gas on now, but I didn't. All right. Put the peanuts in here. Like I said, you don't need to do it separate. You can put them both on top of the peanuts or both in the water, but it's 2 boxes of salt to a whole sack of peanuts. So just get your knife, cut the top open, dump the salt in right there on top of the peanuts. Now I'm gonna stir that around and I'm gonna fire this up. It's gonna take about 20 or 30 minutes for it to come to a boil. And then once it comes to a boil, 2 hours. 2 hours. We're gonna have to check it and add water every so often, and we stir it like this, okay, every half hour. And as you can hear, the gas is on. One more quick mix for good luck. And we'll look at them once I see steam coming out and I know they're boiling. All right, so I started this at 20 to 10, and now it's 20 after 10 that I've just turned the gas on and got them boiling. All right.
It is the same as the turkey fryer.
It is 20 to 11, so 1 hour after I started this process, and yeah, that water's boiling. Excuse me. So you can see it foamed up. So I'm gonna stir these around.
Oh, the gas is loud, isn't it?
And I'm gonna stir these around and cover them up, and they're gonna boil 2 hours from now. So 20 to 11, and so what? 140, is that right? No, what? 2 hours we need, yeah, 140. Because, no, 1240.
No. Yeah.
20 to 1. Yeah. That's when I turn the gas off, and then they'll soak until 20 minutes to 3. So this afternoon I'll have peanuts. Anyway, I'm going to keep stirring them every half hour, just like I'm doing now.
The total
Mixing them all
boiling time
up.
is quite long.
And I'm going to monitor the water level as the steam comes off. I'm going to add more water from the hose. Yep, I'm Gen X. I don't mind the hose water. You want clean distilled water, you pay for it. All right?
Surprised you're boiling.
So you can see it's boiling pretty good right there. Cover it up, let them go. I'm gonna cut the gas back just a little bit, just to keep it from boiling over. All right, it's 20 minutes to 1, 12:40. Now, I had this at a steady boil for the whole 2 hours up until about 10 minutes ago. And what I did is every 30 minutes, I opened it up and stirred the peanuts, trying to get the bottom peanuts to the top, top peanuts to the bottom, at a steady boil. Now, about 10 minutes ago, I went ahead and added some water. It didn't need full water, but it needed a little bit. And as these peanuts soak in the salt and they cook, they're gonna start to sink, and you'll see some of them sinking. So when I added the water about 10 minutes ago, I turned the gas all the way up. You can hear it roaring. So this is at a raging boil. And you don't see the peanuts floating quite so much. Then I'm gonna stir them. They're in there. Now listen,
Ooh, see,
these are not fully cooked yet.
Okay.
Over the next hour, as they soak out here in this hot water and in this hot sun, they will cook. Continue to cook. They're almost cooked. And then the next hour, as they cool off even more, they'll begin to soak in all that salt. And we're gonna have some delicious boiled peanuts that taste like boiled peanuts, not like crawfish, not like dill pickles, not like ranch.
Like dill pickles, that's a bit
it tastes
weird.
like peanuts, just plain salted boiled peanuts. And you know, I'm a black coffee drinker. I drink black coffee because I like coffee.
No coffee mate or anything in it? Creamer?
If I didn't like coffee, I would flavor my coffee with cream and sugar and caramel and all kind of crap people put in their coffee. But I like coffee, so I drink black coffee, and I like peanuts. So I eat just plain salted peanuts as my preference. I do eat spicy ones. No doubt that I like spicy food if you watch my channel. But peanuts, I like to taste like peanuts. So anyway, I've turned the gas off. You can see the water still boiling. I'm gonna cover them up, and they're gonna sit here for 2 hours. I'm gonna continue to stir it every half hour. So I'm gonna stir it 3 more times, bring you back when we're stopped. All right. These have been soaking for 2 hours since I turned it off. It is actually a little, you can check my time on my watch here. I'll go this way with it. And you can see it's actually 2:45. So they were actually 2 hours, would have been 20 till 3. Because I turned it off at 20 to 1, right? So anyway, these are done. That's enough. I don't have to test them. You may want to test them, and that is hot and hot, hot, hot. Let me get a pot holder or rag or something. You can see the reflection not only of the They're still hot from the boiling for 2 hours and then soaking for 2 hours. But they're out here in this hot sun. You can see the shadows.
Oh, be careful.
And this goes in like that. And now look there. They are under the water.
Beautiful.
The few of them are kind of floating, but most of them are down here and sunk. And that means they are ready. They've taken on that boiled peanut color.
You don't want them floating so much.
You remember how they were all floating when we were washing them earlier?
Yes.
All right, so I'll test a couple here on camera for you. Show you what they're like. Woo! Hot, 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 hot.
Be careful!
Hot, hot. All right. Here we go. Just like that. You see all that juicy in there? Woo-wee.
Woo-wee.
And we kind of slurp it. You know what? Those are perfect.
Good. Perfect, he says.
Do another one. Hot, 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 hot.
No, I'm not sure. I'm just going to try another one.
Hot, 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 hot. Woo, mama. Yeah. My gosh.
20 peanuts later.
All right.
Have another one.
Make this one on camera for you in front of you. Get back in there. Ooh, see how smushed? That's one of those ones that's real young.
This is how you know how tasty they are, because he can't stop eating them. I like that. It's genuine. You know they're good.
Oh, look at here. Here's one with 3 pods in it. You usually don't see that with the Virginia jumbos. You usually see the 3 and 4s with the Spanish peanut. But
Virginia
these are
jumbos.
so good, so good, so good. Hot, hot, hot. Y'all, I can't wait to, oh my gosh.
They're so tasty, he can't wait for them to cool down.
I love them. Love them. World's greatest snack food, y'all. World's greatest snack food. Yep. Boiled peanuts are mushy. They're not crunchy. They're like the pea, not the nut.
Oh.
Look, I'm going to pull this basket out, let them drain a little bit, put them in some pots and bring them inside. And my daughter and son and I are going to eat on them. And then I'm going to put them up in quart-sized bags. Look, some people say, do you freeze them in the brine? Some people freeze them totally immersed in brine. I don't do that. They tend to get a little too salty. I do put a little bit of brine with them, but not very much. And I'll freeze them like that. And then football season, I take them out a few hours before the football game starts and let them defrost a little bit, and then I warm them up in the microwave. Or you can just kind of warm the freezer bag up in some warm water or something like that. Pour some, but you know, I just warm them up in the microwave in a bowl.
So they freeze
and,
well.
It's my favorite football snack. Anyway, I'm gonna eat some now, give some away, and I gave you the recipe. 2 bags of salt, 1 32-pound or 35-pound, however big. Usually I think they're about 32 pounds is what they say. Sack of peanuts, and 2 hours boiling, 2 hours soaking. Perfect.
Gracias, por favor. My Spanish is terrible. It's awful. Right. Oh my gosh. Okay. I understand. Rebecca, I understand a little bit more now. Okay. So I thought these were just going to be peanuts, just normal peanuts, like no different to the roasted peanuts, but they're much different. The texture of them is totally different. It's more similar to a legume, like a pea. Okay, or maybe a bean. Oh, that's very, very interesting. Now, I haven't tried them. I haven't tried them yet. So, are they as good as he says they are? Are they? Anything salted like that, it's going to be like snacky. It's going to be quite satisfying, isn't it? Like a savory, nice snack. Now, like I've said many a time, I love potato chips, crisps over here. I love them in any way, shape, or form. I've had the baked sugar snap peas up until now. Delicious, absolutely amazing. I will have anything in the form of a potato chip or a chip or a crisp. So, how do these compare? Obviously, the texture is going to be different, but is it one of those savory snacks that's very Moorish and you can just eat and eat and eat? That's the impression I'm getting. So guys, how good are they? On a scale of 1 to 10, do you love them? How much do you love them? Let me know. Well, Rebecca, thank you very much for requesting this video. Like I said, we have finally got round to watching it. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. But right, okay, I'm gonna have to give them a go. Oh, I'm so interested. But do they have to be fresh? Like I know he said here, he's traveled a fair way to get hold of these in season green peanuts. So I imagine by the time they get over here, they're not so fresh. So does that massively impact the flavor? As with many things that we export, it's not as nice as it is when it's fresh. But guys, yes, let me know. Thank you for watching along with me, guys. Take care of yourselves for now. Much love, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.